Hi YouTube, my name is Rachel, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a ultrasound student Q&A where I'll be answering some of y'all's questions. So the first question says, how soon are you able to tell what you're looking at on the screen? When we first started the program, each week we would learn a different abdominal organ. So we would do workbook assignments and have lectures for that organ that we were going to scan that week. So we would know what to expect in lab. We would have our protocols, so we would know what images to take. So about a week at a time, we were learning how the different organs looked. Was it hard to get into the ultrasound program? Yes, it was super hard. My program is super competitive. Over 100 people apply to my program. I applied to the program with a 4.0 and a 25 on the ACT. I took the ACT about 3 times to get that score to help boost my application. I remember one time in anatomy, I cried because I got to be on a test since anatomy held the most weight for the program application, but I did end up finishing anatomy with an A. Were you interested in different fields before you chose to do ultrasound? So yes, I was interested in other careers before. I had thought about forensic science, forensic accounting, interior design. Also thought about x-ray until I chose ultrasound, and ever since I chose ultrasound, I stuck with it. How did you know you wanted to pursue a career in ultrasound? I'll do a story time soon, hopefully, about why I chose ultrasound, but I had a few done and thought that it was super cool and just wanted to be able to help people. Are your classes hard at all? Yes, my classes are super hard. I have to study a lot. It's a lot of content to learn. We have to do case reports, we have to do projects, we've had to write an essay. So yes, our classes are very hard. How cool do kidneys look? Kidneys look pretty cool out of all the abdominal organs. The different parts of the kidney look different on ultrasound, like the cortex, the medullary pyramids, the renal sinus. I think the blood flow is probably the coolest part about kidneys. It's so pretty on a transplanted kidney. I've fortunately been able to scan some of those. How many years of prerequisites did you take before attending ultrasound school? I took 1 year of prerequisites. I did my prerequisites in 2 semesters. What is the hardest class in your opinion? For prerequisites, the hardest class was anatomy and physiology, and in the program, the hardest class I've had is either abdominal pathology or OB pathology. How many hours do you study in a day? I'm not sure the exact amount of hours. Sometimes it varies between day to day, depending on if I have other assignments that I have to do. If I go to clinic, I try to study after I come home, so that'll probably about 3 hours then if I'm not able to get any done during downtime at clinic. How would you rate the difficulty of the program in terms of both study level and mental stress? Like I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of studying that we have to do. There's a lot of different pathologies, normal variants, and everything that we have to learn. So it's definitely a lot of studying. As far as mental stress, I'm usually always anxious before a quiz or a test. But if you manage your time in the program well and you're not waiting till the last minute, it shouldn't be too stressful and overwhelming. Do you feel you've developed a mentor type of bond with your professors/program director? Yes, I definitely feel that way. I can always message them if I have a question about something. My instructors are amazing. They definitely prepare us well, and I love them. Do you enjoy clinical? Yes, I definitely enjoy clinical. I love being able to scan out in the real world, getting as much experience as I can. There's a lot of different things that you can see at clinicals, especially at different clinical sites. There's never a dull day at clinic for me. What's your best advice for going into clinicals? So my best advice would be take a notebook with you so you can jot things down, things that the sonographers there will tell you so you don't have to keep asking them. Write your questions down in there so you can remember them. Don't ask questions in front of the patient. You don't want to scare them. I'd also say to stay off of your phone. My program personally does not allow phones at clinic, but definitely stay off of those. Make sure you go in and help the sonographers out as much as possible, whether you're stocking linen, refilling gel bottles, going to get patients, going to get orders. Help as much as possible. That'll help you be able to get more scan time. And just remember that clinical is your longest job interview, so definitely put your best foot forward. Also, scan as much as possible. Try to learn the exams that you don't know how to do. See if they have their protocols written out so you can look at them so you can know what images to take. Have you ever had a rude patient while at your clinical site? What happened? Most of my patients have been pretty nice. It was this one time I was learning how to do a scrotum. This was my first ever scrotum that I was learning how to do. And I was scanning after my clinical instructor, and the patient goes, "How long is this going to take? Because they brought my lunch here before they brought me down here, and it's going to be cold when I get back." And I just told them, "Oh, well, transport's on their way now while I'm finished practicing." So yeah, that's how that went. When you are done with the program, do you want to work full-time, part-time, per diem, or travel sonographer? Well, with most travel jobs that I've noticed on like Indeed and stuff, they require at least 2 years of experience. I would love to be able to start off with a full-time job, but I will take any job that I am able to get, whether it be per diem, part-time, anything. How many people did you start with in your program? How many are still in the program? So we started off with 30 and we have 29 now. Do you feel like you have a good school life balance? I feel like I have a pretty good school life balance. I try to get my studying done early in the day just in case there's other things that I need to do. Or if I do so many chapters, then I'll try to take a break and just clear my mind for a minute so I'm not cramming. Do you feel that your program has prepared you for working on your own? I definitely feel that way, especially with the different sites that they've had me rotate to. I've seen a lot of different things at many different places, learned a lot at many different places. Our lectures and everything has definitely prepared us. For example, we had some of us had OB rotations right after we finished our OB class. And a lot of things that they taught me at the OB site, I had learned before in our OB class, like the landmarks for the different measurements of the baby for like a head circumference or an abdominal circumference and stuff like that. On average, how many steps do you take when you're at clinicals? So really it just depends on where I'm at, whether I'm at an outpatient facility or if I'm at a hospital or a bigger hospital. I think the most I've gotten was probably like around 10,000, but on average it was mostly around 7,000 steps a day. Would you recommend getting a laptop for the program? Why or why not? I would definitely recommend getting a laptop or an iPad, just somewhere you can have all your documents that you need for school, something that you'll be able to print things off of, pull up PowerPoints and everything, do assignments. So I definitely recommend getting one. How excited are you to graduate? I am super excited to graduate. I am super excited to go back to clinic this semester and learn everything I can. And I'm definitely excited for December and being able to graduate and start working. What is your favorite part about scanning people and why? My favorite part honestly has to be just being able to help the patients, knowing that I'm the doctor's eyes and being able to see what's going on. You know, there's a lot of sick patients and a lot of patients in pain, and just being able to know that I'm helping them be able to get relief or be able to know what's going on. At the OB site I've been at, I've definitely enjoyed being able to see the same patients every week. You develop a bond with them when you're seeing them all the time, and I definitely enjoy that part about OB. How long do you plan to do ultrasound? I plan to do ultrasound until I retire, so I plan to do it for a very long time. I love it so much, and I'm so glad that I found this career and I'm enjoying it. So that is all the questions that I have. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you have any more questions, you can leave them down in the comments and I'll answer them. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.